Hey guys, welcome back. Next up, we have Jean Carlos from XAI, who will be running through some of the Grok models and their best capabilities. So I will pass over to Jean to walk you guys through it.
Hey everyone. Can you hear me? Okay, so yeah, I work on Grok Imagine. I help build the Imagine agent and some of the more recent launches with image and video that have been coming out lately. So I'm just going to showcase a few things and then walk through some FAL examples with the API. So yeah, I'll just get started. First, here's like a video showcasing some of the things. Let me know if you can't hear the sound or it's too loud. So yeah, everything there was created with Grok Imagine using images, videos. We try to be as photorealistic as possible. It's something we're training the model to be on. I'll go over some of the cooler things you can do with our model later. Like for video, one of the things we do really well on is lip sync. So if you ever wanted to create talking avatars or just someone singing, it's really nice. So yeah, like it's one of the benefits to Grok Imagine is our image models are very cheap and they're really fast. So the speed is like by the time you can generate one image on like a different platform, we'll probably be able to create 5 or 6 images in that time frame. And then the quality, you know, if you looked at Ella Marina or you benchmark us against Nano Banana or ChatGPT, we're pretty high up there. I think it's better than Nano Banana, but you know, ChatGPT images 2 is still pretty good. And so we're really like fine tuning the speed and quality thing, but our models will only keep getting better such that you'll still get really good quality for a really low cost and a fast speed. Brand consistency is one of the things you should start to expect with using our image generation models. So, you know, if you pass in an input image, it's very important that and any generation you have with that input image doesn't distort the text or the brand or the logo. So I'm showcasing Grok Imagine, but it's just you can use this with FAL later. Just important to know some of the useful use cases that the company tries to focus on. Creativity, sometimes you can just tell. So it's asking the input images to the left, and then that was also generated with Grok Imagine, and then you could just say top-down view. And with the image models, I think your best bet is with when the prompt is like very minimal, because users kind of have a very minimal prompt, and just seeing whatever the model like cooks up and play around with it. The images are very, very cheap, or at least relative to other platforms. So it is worth experimenting slightly with what you can do there. This is a very common enterprise use case. They will want to showcase a set of things that that platform sells, and then lay it all out on some platform, on something you could showcase. Another cool one that is a little bit of a hidden feature that I think it would be worth exploring a little bit is you can convert any image to an aspect ratio. So if you have, and this is really useful for if you 1:1 is the ad format that is used on X, but 9:16 is used more on Instagram or TikTok. And so this is just for image, but you can always use a base image to create a video later. It is worth exploring some use cases with, you know, changing an aspect ratio for an ad use case or for a social media platform. It's really cool. So it kind of just makes up what it thinks should be in the rest of the scene. And yes, and then our main, one of the biggest models that we've launched recently is 1.5 video preview. So this, you can take in a base image, feed it through the API, and then out will come a video that, and in this case, actually, the base image here, sipped with soul, is the first frame. And then we kind of do like a reference to video, meaning we attach multiple references such that the video will showcase other things that are happening. And then, I mean, this is worth, like, I'll like skim through this slightly.
Your entire creative workflow is now in one infinite.
Actually, I'll just skim through this. You can basically build this whole video is a talking avatar created through Grok Imagine. We basically fed it a transcript, and we said use a kind of like a light female voice. And you could see here the video is like a minute long, and it's just this talking avatar is basically in the top right, just dictating whatever is going to whatever we're showcasing in the video. So one of the core use cases for Grok Imagine is explainer videos, which are very common on YouTube, TikTok, or training videos inside of corporations. And so yeah, this entire video is crazy.
Just like this video of me, which was created in Grok Imagine agent mode.
This person is just an avatar. Nothing about her is real, but it can seem pretty realistic. Explore styles. Grok is pretty creative. If again, you give it less stuff, and it might just come up with random different things. Best to use it with some agent of your own. So you can use Fal and Imagine, and then maybe use Grok or Claude under the hood to come up with the prompts. And then just ask for a variety of different styles you can create. We're very cheap. Trust me. But you can look at the Fal page. Okay, and this concludes like some of just a high level overview of things that you can do with Imagine. And then I was playing around with the Fal APIs earlier today, and throughout the week. But sprite sheets, this is a common thing that people using Grok Build are doing, where they just create a gaming asset. And then you can take this sprite sheet, and then you could essentially create a GIF out of it. And so here, not hiding anything, it's calling the Fal API, the prompt here, the duration, and the resolution. 720p is going to cost more. And then I'm also passing in an image. So just things worth exploring. Mascot maker, just asking it to come up with different icons maybe for a video game. Sticker packs. This video is a little bit this image distorted, but some people, we've seen users try to create like a nice dating profile picture with Grok, or a headshot photo on LinkedIn. And so I think we just have to get the aspect ratio here. My agent didn't do a good job of doing it, but if you get the right aspect ratio, you can definitely fine tune Grok with Fal to work really well. Furniture styling is a cool one. So you take an empty room, and then you just ask Grok to furnish it. Again, I was just doing this with like an agent. So this is Grok Build if you're not familiar. And we can give it like very basic things, like use Fal API and Imagine to create, I did this earlier, a 15-page of Elon. We'll let this fire while I explore other things. Virtual try-on, a common one. Take in a base image, another, something that person can wear, and see. I assume some of you are going to be trying to create a video with a lot of these things. So yeah, feel free to try a lot of the useful examples in creating ads, and just see where you go with it. This is taking a base image. And yeah, you can upscale, you can do very primitive stuff. Let's see if there's anything else useful here. Collage is a nice one. You can create a photo collage app. And then let's see. So this is just going to write some code. And then after this, that basically runs through a lot of what you can do with Grok. Oh, okay. Actually, we're gonna get moderated slightly here. With Grok, you are not allowed to use celebrities. Sometimes, if that celebrity is going to you're going to modify that celebrity in a certain way. And this, I mean, I had this panel earlier, but it looks like it's gone. So yeah, just be careful with Grok. You can definitely do a little bit more of the edgier things you can't do with the other platforms, but it's still a platform that you have to be safe with your restrictions on. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If anyone has questions on like how you would want to use Grok, or sorry, Grok Imagine, yeah, I can answer those. Can I stop sharing? All right. Okay, so there's one question here, which is, are there duration limits to the videos you can generate with Grok? And the longest you can generate is 15 seconds. We do offer a video extension. So you can take an existing video and choose a frame where you want to extend it from by an extra like 10 seconds. But the general limit is 1 to 15 seconds. So if you wanted to create a 1-minute video, the strategy that Seed Dance and other platforms do is you just kind of create 4 different videos, 15 seconds each, and stitch them together. And the quality of it will turn out to be pretty good most of the time. So the best, in my opinion, the best way to do, there's another question here. So how do you just create multi-image, and how to create, what are some of the best practices for complicated multi-image plus video input generations? You never want to use text to video. So there is a text to video API. You always want to create your frames. Like if you think about the way a video is created, it's a bunch of frames. And when you think about a long video, it's 30 frames per second sometimes. So at some point, we're just kind of minimizing the number of frames we have and letting the video generation do the rest. So you generate the frames first, and then you do an image to video. So you will, if you have like multiple characters in a scene that you're trying to showcase, you should generate an image for each character. You should generate the image for the setting, and then you should do a multi-image edit, which means you use the base image you generated for character 1, John, and then the image you created for character 2, which could be Tina, and then the third image could be like New York City, and then you do a multi-image edit with image 1, 2, 3, and then you put that in saying, okay, John and Tina in New York City, like running in Central Park, and then you do an image to video on that single image generated to create like the first frame. And if you wanted to do a combat scene, you would do the same thing. You would kind of guess all the frames in a video and have the image model generate that first, and then you kind of stitch the videos generated from each frame. We don't have last frame. It's a feature that will likely come eventually. Apps, was that app sample something you're distributing? I don't know what that means, but it's not hard to build. Like it's not hard to ask Grok or Claude or ChatGPT to come up with different templates you can use with Grok Imagine. And then, so what is the advantage of using Grok on FAL? So a FAL, I believe, lets you store some assets or things you can reuse. And then, let's be real here, there are like different resources you can use with FAL because there are other platforms that can be integrated. It would be nice, if you use the image generation and video generation from Grok completely, but you should find out that you'll find out that some models do certain things better. Yeah, it's worth just mix and matching some of those things. But with Grok, at least for like, images and videos, we try to be very photorealistic. And then with videos, our lip sync is really, really good. Like you give it a transcript, it'll be able to you'll see the mouth move almost exactly. Okay, yeah, I think that's it for now. It was like kind of speed run. Tina, you could take it back probably unless anyone has any last minute things.
Awesome. Thank you so much, John. That was super helpful. Great run through of just all of Grok's capabilities. And I'm sure a lot of people will be trying out the models for the hackathon. So if you guys have any more questions, there is an XAI channel on Discord. So feel free to field questions there, and John and the rest of the team will be there to respond and help you out with anything you want to try. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. There is one more workshop happening in at 5 p.m. PST, so in about 40 minutes, and that'll be going over how to use Preview. That is another cool startup, and they're doing a lot of they do the UI layer for storyboarding for video creation. So for the creators that are hacking, might be useful for you to guys tune in there. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, keep sending them into the Discord. There are people around that will be answering all day. So yeah, hope the hacking is going well, and see you guys soon.